welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Randy and I am back with another video. Y'all, this is my first bookish vlog of the new year. I am just now picking up the camera for the very first time this year, and I'm so shocked because if you guys know me, I am always recording because I'm always pushing videos out for you all, especially when I was doing like my 2 videos a week. That's because I was recording around the clock. But this year, my word is intention, or to be intentional about the things that I am doing. I got some coffee. I made me a butter pecan latte. But I wanted to ease into the 2026 reading year with no strict to-do list or agenda. I just wanted to ease in because I can become very overwhelmed with all of the things. So typically I take the month of January to kind of reset and just ease in and kind of figure out what it is that I want to do exactly. And that's just what I've been doing. The end of 2025, I had some changes to happen in my personal life and some good changes. So really my new year kind of kicked off the top of December. And so December, I spent a lot of my time adjusting. I was still reading. I batch shot a lot of content. So the videos that you guys have been watching pretty much the entire month of January is videos that I was able to batch shoot when the kids were on winter break. So this is literally my first time picking up the camera in a minute, okay? I actually need to edit a video that needs to go up tomorrow in real time for you guys, because I still have, I think, 2 or 3 videos that's gonna come out before this one does. So yeah, if you are new here, I am Bren or Brandy, but you can call me Bren. I know recently I've just got a lot of new subscribers here, so I do appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out my channel and subscribing. I am a mom, I am a wife, I do work a full-time job, I do booktube as a hobby. I love everything bookish, and I have a toddler, and you guys are gonna often hear him in the background, okay? So I know because there is some new faces here, I do want to give that disclaimer. When I am sitting down doing vlogs, you will sometimes hear my toddler in the background, and you know what? He's 3. So there's really nothing I can do about it. If you are a mom, you know, you can tell them to be quiet, stop so many times, but they're 3. They're not gonna stop and be quiet. They're having fun, they're exploring. This is their home, so this is where they should be comfortable. So I just wanted to throw that out there. If you hear the toddler toddling, that's just what it is. So yeah, I wanted to start this video off for one, I don't know what we're doing in this video. I just know I wanted to come and record. I wanted to do some type of vlog. This one is probably going to be chit chatty because I do have some, you know, some updates and just a lot of things that I wanted to give you guys updates on. The first thing is being the books that I ended the year off with, because I think my last vlog, I was reading Christmas books, and I think my last vlog was actually my book club meeting for December, where we read Second Chance Romance by Jacquel J. And so I read some books after that. I talked about them in my wrap-up videos for the year. Like, I've talked about the numbers. I've added those into the numbers because I knew I was actively reading books as I was recording. But I do know the last book that I talked to you guys about was Second Chance Romance. And I shared my thoughts and opinions about that one. I think you can read that one like any time of the year. You can read that one any time of the year. I know it's a Christmas novel, but Christmas was not in the novel. So you can really read that one any time of the year. If you guys know anything about the author, she is heavy in the urban romance genre, and so that is one of her sweeter novels. So if you want to tap into her work and you don't want to like dip straight off into urban romance, I think that would be the perfect spot for you to just see her writing style. So I think that would be perfect for you. I'm no longer rating books, but I am going to tell you guys what I rated them before that year ended. I did give that one a 4-star. And so in December, I wanted to kind of tap into Christmas books, and I wanted to tap into some of the arcs that I had, because I knew I had some arcs that had release dates of January. And so one of the arcs that I had was actually an advanced listening copy, and it was My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney. Alice Feeney is a thriller author, and this was my first book by Alice Feeney. Let me start off by saying I gave this book a 3.75. It was a really good listen slash read. I think what I loved most about this book was that the audiobook had that dramatic effect. So you could hear when she's getting into the house door, you could hear her keys jingle. You could hear her footsteps when she was running. You could hear the pouring of the rain because she was running in the rain. So I really, really like that. I'm looking down because I have my reading journal that I used last year to kind of give you guys my thoughts. So I wrote down, I was able to get the advanced listening copy for this novel, which was pretty cool because it is my first book by the author. And I really enjoyed her work. I would definitely give her another chance later on. It was very good. The twist at the end, it was a little shocking, but it was a good book, and I felt like Alice Feeney, she could be one of those authors that I could tap into when I'm looking for something in the thriller genre, because I typically read Shanora Williams. Shanora Williams is one that I read for like psych thrillers, and then of course I do my essay Cosby for like my mystery thriller, and then of course y'all know I love Geneva Rose. So those are just some of the authors I can think of off the top of my head based off looking at my shelf that is over there. So yeah, I love that I was able to add another thriller author to my list of thriller authors. Another book that I read that actually released in January, it was an arc as well. I had the physical arc and I had the e-arc. So shout out to the publishers for sending me that. And that was Janae Sanders' Second Time Around by LaQuette. Y'all, I was so upset at the fact that I have never read any of her books. Her writing style is so good. If you are looking for a romance author that writes mature aged characters, like I'm saying mid-30s and up, this is the author for you. Number one, I love a second chance romance. Okay, I love a second chance romance. That is my favorite trope. I love romance. That is one of my favorite genres. So I love this book because it was perfect. It was a second chance at a first chance. And I've never read anything like that before. I've always read like somebody trying to spin a block, or stuff like that. Something happened in their relationship where they had to break up, and then they end up growing with that time that they spent apart and then getting back together, stuff like that. But a second chance at a first chance, I had never read anything like that. So I really, really love this. Now, this book is book number 2 in an interconnected standalone series. And so the first book I did see around, but again, I didn't know who the heck the author was. So the first book does have diverse characters, and it does have a I think the male main character is Hispanic, if I'm not mistaken, and then the female main character is black. But in this book, both of the characters are black. And so another thing I really loved about this book is that they were celebrating their 20-year class reunion. My 20-year class reunion is this year, so I really, really love that. The writing style was just so good. It was so good, y'all. And then some of the stuff in this book actually made me shed a few tears while I was reading, and that caught me off guard. I end up giving this one a 5-star, and LaQuette has come out with so many books. She's dropped several books last year, so I'm just like, I don't understand how I never picked up anything by her. But going forward, she is one of these new authors that I'm going to continue to read from. I can't wait. Another book that I read was a Christmas novella. It was a short, spicy novella, and it was called A Night with Miss Grinch by Lauren Lacey. Lauren Lacey is my favorite indie romance author, okay? I'm on her ARC team, so typically I get all of the ARCs, but I think this one I purchased myself. I purchased the ebook myself because I don't think she did like an ARC thing with this one. But this one was so good. It caught me off guard, even though in small words it did say it was gonna be a spicy time. But y'all, the whole thing was a spicy time, and it was under 100 pages. And I just feel like, personally, if you're new here, hey, I love romance, but I don't like a whole lot of spice in my romance. I could do with some, but you got to give me a plot. However, sometimes I get in these moods where I can tolerate it. And while I was reading this one, I was just able to tolerate it. It was a very good time. Miss Grinch, she didn't like Christmas. Got locked up in a coffee shop with the coffee shop owner who absolutely loves Christmas. And the story goes up from there, okay? It was very good, very spicy. So if you guys are looking for like Christmas books to add this year to your TBR, that's a good one to add. It's a short read. And then you guys know I had the advent calendar, the Christmas advent calendar. I literally finished it on Christmas Eve. I was falling behind on it because, like I said, I had some new changes go on in the month of December, so I just had to adjust to a lot of new things. But I was able to finish it on Christmas Eve, and it was very good. Now, it was a YA novel, but I love the whole advent calendar concept where you open up each chapter for the day leading up to Christmas Day. So you read 24 chapters, but you had to open up like one chapter per day. I finished it on Christmas Eve en route to celebrate Christmas with my family, and I rated that one a 4-star. It was really good. It was very good for a YA novel. It was really good. We got a whole lot of tropes. We got my best friend's brother trope. We got enemies to lovers. We got some triggering stuff, like the female main character had heart issues, so that was triggering for me. But the book was so good. It was very good. I don't know what to do with it now because I opened up each chapter, so I'm like, what do you do with an advent calendar book after you're done with it? Like, what do you do with it? Because I don't know what to do with it. So yeah, that one was very good. Okay, so one of my favorite romance novels dropped at the end of December, dropped December 30th. And you know what? Shanora Williams loves to drop her books, her romance books, at the very end of the year, because she did the same thing with Beautiful Broken Love. And this one was Sweet Little Hearts. I had the e-arc for it, and I ate that book up. That was one of the fastest times I was able to complete a book last year in December. The month of December was just one of those wacky months for me because I had a lot going on. But that was one of the books that I just stayed up late. I finished it the day after Christmas. and it was so good. Grumpy Sunshine. We get to see some of the characters from Beautiful Broken Love have their own story. If you like single dad trope, you'll like this one. If you like Grumpy Sunshine, you'll like this one. If you like nannies, you'll like this one. I know a lot of people do not like books with kids in it, but single father and nanny, you're gonna have a child in this one. Grief. I think when it comes to tropes, because Shanora Williams write across multiple genres, I think she got romance down. Okay, I need to see her writing way more romance books, because personally, I like her romance over her thrillers. And I have not read her romantasy yet, but I will, because I've tapped into some romantasy, and you guys know I don't read a whole lot of fantasy, though I got a whole shelf of fantasy books. I'm trying to figure out what I actually like in that genre, and for me, I think it's romantasy, because I love romance, and so putting that in with fantasy just makes it so much better for me. But Shanora Williams knows how to do romance. She just does. And obviously I gave that book a 5 stars. So it did come out at the end of December. If you hadn't gotten your hands on that one yet, you need it. It was very good. And then I finished the year out with wrapping up the Eisenberg Effect series by Gray Huffington. You guys know I've been wanting to tap into Gray's work for a very long time. I've had Luca sitting on my shelf for almost 2 years before I touched it. And so I finally picked up Luca. And y'all were telling me you're going to want to read the rest of the series. And you didn't lie. You didn't lie at all. The only thing is I don't own the entire series. I only own book number 1. And I read the other, what was it? 3 books on audio. And y'all, I loved them down. So I read Lake. And then I read Limb. And then I read Evers. Is it Evers' book? I forget what book number 2 was. I read that one early on. I think I talked to you guys about that one already. Lyric. Yeah, I read that one in November. But I finished the year out with finishing Lake and Liam's books. My favorite of the series is Luca. However, I love the little short story. Liam's short book, his was under 100 pages. His book was so short that they added his audiobook at the end of Lake's audiobook. So when Lake's audiobook finished, the narrators came back on and was like, hey, we have another production coming up, a short story about Liam. Now, Liam's book sets you up for the domino effect, which is 2 books in a short series right after this one. I'm ready to get into it, okay? I am so ready to get into it, because the way Liam book went, child, listen, it was nothing but like mess and a cliffhanger. It definitely got you ready for the domino effect. So I'm ready for that book. I think the series as a whole was like a 4-star for me. And again, I loved Luca's book the best. That was book number 1. I loved that one the best. It was literally the best book in the series. I just love the whole storyline. So yeah, I love that the best. So yeah, those are the books that I finished 2025 out with that I did not mention because I wasn't vlogging. And if you don't follow me over on Bookstagram, you probably wouldn't know that I was reading these books, because I did talk about these on Bookstagram. And if you don't follow me on Bookstagram, make sure you get that link in the description box and go follow me over there, because I do update what I'm currently reading sometimes in real time. I do use other apps like Storygraph and Goodreads, but I just use those for tracking purposes. I don't really use those to be social. So yeah, go follow my Bookstagram so you can get some live reading updates and some other things, okay? So yeah, that's my little wrap up that I was doing for you guys. And then I did get some book mail. My first book mail of 2026. I got this book. It is called A Singular Perspective by Shay B. Bryce. And it is book number 1 in the Carter Cousins Chronicles. And this is the book. She reached out and sent it to me. And I'm excited to tap into this. She's an independent author. I don't feel like reading the synopsis. Like, I just don't. But yeah, this is... I'm going to get to this. I can't wait to read this. It's been sitting here on my desk so that I can remember that I do need to make that priority. I don't really have any type of TBR or anything, but I have been reading some books. I'm reading 2 books. I've actually read a couple of other books this year, because you guys know I'm not doing reading wrap up. So this video is just for me to update you guys on literally what I've been reading. So it is the top of the year, and I do have 2 book clubs. So I've been tapping into our book club picks for the year, and my in-person book club pick is Destiny's Embrace by Beverly Jenkins. You guys know I absolutely loved Indigo by Beverly Jenkins, and I've been wanting to tap back into her work. And so this was my opportunity to tap back into her work. Now, a lot of the ladies that are in my book club love romance. Some have never read historical fiction. And so what I'm trying to do with my book club, my in-person book club, is kind of to introduce them to genres that they wouldn't particularly read. So we do have a lot of thriller readers in our group, and then we have majority romance readers in our group, and I really want to tap into historical fiction with them. Sometimes we could tap into YA depending on the book, maybe like a Tiffany Jackson book or something like that. But I really wanted to tap into historical fiction, and I knew the best way to do that is to pick out something that had romance. And I was like, yeah, let me introduce them to Beverly Jenkins. Because one thing about Miss Bev, she gonna write us a book, and it's gonna have some nasty stuff in it. And when she write that nasty stuff, it's gonna be like poetry, okay? And the ladies that are in my book club love the nasty stuff. And what they don't know is that the OG authors was doing the nasty stuff too. Okay? And what they also don't know is people back in the day was doing nasty stuff too. How you think the kids, your mamas and aunties and uncles and them got here? They was doing it. So I figured introducing them to Beverly Jenkins will be perfect. And y'all, they've been eating it up. So Beverly Jenkins' book, Destiny's Embrace, is book 1 in a series. I think it's 3 books in a series. Y'all, the girls done left me and started reading the other books in the series. Okay, and this is just our January pick. They done left and started the other books because they said, Beverly, you was right. You was right. Beverly Jenkins knows what she's doing. And so this book is about Mariah. Mariah, she is being raised by a trash mother, okay? Her mom is trash. And so an opportunity falls in Mariah's lap when she becomes a young adult. And that opportunity allowed her to jump on a train and move to California to be a maid, okay? She is a maid to Logan. Logan is the biggest grump. Not only is he a grump, he is a ladies' man. The ladies love Logan, okay? And he typically gets his way. Now, what I love about Beverly's books and her female main characters specifically is she writes them to not take any shit. They don't take any shit. They have boundaries and they stand their ground. No matter what the plot is, no matter what the storyline is, she writes some strong, bold female main characters, period. This one is more of a coming of age for Mariah because she is a virgin. Like I said, she was raised by her mom and her mom was trash. And so her moving to California was kind of like an opportunity to grow. And so you get to watch her grow, but while she is growing, you also get to watch her be able to set boundaries and stand her ground, because she was like, look, I put up with a whole bunch of crap when I was back home with my mom. I'm now in a new city, a new state, and I could create my own narrative, and this is what it's going to be, and this is how it's going to be. And if you don't like it, oh well. And Logan is like, hold on now. So I ain't never ran into a woman who didn't allow me to do what I wanted to do. I ain't never ran into a woman who talked back to me. And you talking back to me? Y'all, this book is so good. I am from California, so I love the history we got behind California as a state. Okay, I loved it. We do get diversity in this book, because Logan's stepmom is Hispanic, so he's being raised to speak Spanish and all of the things. So I love this book so much. I highly recommend. I am not rating books this year, so I highly recommend that you guys pick this book up. It was so good. Like, I'm ready to tap into the rest of the series, but I have other obligations, but I'm ready. So another book that I finished, which was another advanced listening copy, was When I Kill You by B.A. Paris. Now, I read a book by B.A. Paris maybe in 2024, and I think it was called Behind Closed Doors. And that one was very underwhelming for me. I think the reason why was because it's very similar to The Housemaid. Now, B.A. Paris Behind Closed Doors came out before The Housemaid, but I read The Housemaid before I read Behind Closed Doors. So when I read Behind Closed Doors, I was very underwhelmed, and the story sounded just too familiar. McFadden is the one who stole the idea from B.A. Paris. But because I read McFadden's book first, there's that. But it was still very underwhelming. It wasn't super suspenseful, so I was like, I'll give her another chance. So this was my opportunity to give her another chance. I got the advanced listening copy for this book. It was cool. It wasn't anything to really rave about. I think she does start her books off with a punch. You know how people be wanting books that just start immediately? She got that for you. She starts you off with a punch. You would be engaged on page 1, and that's what I do love about her writing style. In this particular book, we're following the female main character. Her name is Nell. Nell witnesses someone get kidnapped. Okay, and instead of minding her business, she decides she wants to be an FBI agent. The whole time I was listening to this book, I'm like, girl, you needed to mind your business, because now there's a hit out for you. Hence the title of the book, When I Kill You. So the book was good. Would I recommend it? Maybe. If you read anything by B.A. Paris and you enjoy her work, then yes, read this book. If you read anything by B.A. Paris and you are similar to me with the underwhelming feeling, get the audiobook. If you are just not into B.A. Paris at all, don't waste your time. That's just how I feel about this one. So it was a good time. I do thank the publishers for, who is that? Macmillan, for the advanced listening copy for that. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And now I am reading my Fable Book Club's pick, and that is Our Vicious Oaths by Annie Davenport. And y'all, this is a romantasy novel, and my friend Kayla from Kayla's Bookish Vibes told me that because I love Son of the Morning by Akwaeke Imense, I may love this one too. And why, I could see why she said that. For me, there's been more smut, more spice than plot. And I am 41% into this book, and there's been more spice than anything. And when you start to lose the plot, you start to lose the reader, aka me. I am reading it, but I'm reading it very slowly. Because it's only so much spice you can give me before I say, okay, I need to move on to something else, because all y'all are doing is this and I ain't got time. But what I did realize, because I've been reading from my Kindle all the month of December, all the month of January. And so what I realized was that I was tired of looking at my Kindle. I do have the physical copy for this book. So before bed, I have been reading the physical copy, and I've been getting through it a lot faster than I have from reading it from my Kindle, which you guys know. If you are a Kindle reader, you know we read faster on our Kindles. Why? We don't know. It just is what it is. But I've been reading a lot faster with my physical book at night before bed. So I'm back into it, and right now it's okay. It's an okay book. I don't really have anything to rave about besides this is going to be like it's an enemies to lovers, arranged marriage type of book. So if you're into those tropes, then you might like this. And then if you're into spice, then you're going to eat this up just like everybody else have been eating it up. The other book that I'm currently reading with this one, because I do want to get back to my arcs that are getting ready to release soon, is The Sundown Girls by L.S. Stratton. This is my first book by L.S. Stratton. It won't be my last. I love the fact that I tried her YA novel before I tried her adult fiction, and that's because I love YA. I just love YA, and so I'm happy about that. This one here is really good. I don't know what the synopsis says, so I don't want to give you guys anything about what the book is about because I don't want to spoil it. Just know the book is called Sundown Girls. If you guys know about sundown towns, you kind of get the gist of what's going on here. We have a young lady who is trying to uncover some things, right? And I feel like if you like a mystery thriller, then you will enjoy this. One thing I love about this YA novel, and I wanted to bring to you guys' attention, is that the things that our female main character, her name is Naomi, the things that she is doing make sense. You know how you can read a YA novel and it's so unrealistic because everybody's like, where are the grown folks? Where are the adults? Why are these kids out here doing all this? They're kids. How are they doing all this? This is unrealistic. That's one thing that's not happening in this book. And I think L.S. Stratton is doing a very good job with making sure our female main character is asking permission to do certain things. And she's being a child or a teenager when she's doing certain things. So maybe she is going to the store with her mom and dad, but she sneaks off to go dibble and dabble into something else really quick. Or, you know, maybe she is going on a date and then her parents allow her to go on a date, and then she goes on a date but then start tapping into something else. It's not like she's just out here all willy-nilly trying to uncover a crime on her own and she's a teenager. You know, like she's really getting her parents involved. She's asking permission. Her parents kind of sort of know what she's doing. She's a teenager. Okay? She's a teenager. But a lot of the things that she's doing, her parents are aware of her whereabouts, what's going on, what she's trying to do. Whereas you would read some YA novels where the parents at? Where your mom at? Because ain't no way y'all out here trying to unalive people, getting in contact with the police department and the sheriffs and where's your mama? They ain't asked where your parents is before they interviewed you. Nothing. You know, like, yeah. So this is a very realistic take on this book, and I really, really enjoy it. So yeah, I feel like I've been doing a lot of talking, so I'm gonna give my voice a break. And when I'm doing something else bookish, I'll be back. I do have some other things that I want to show you guys. I know December's on gone, but I do want to show you guys what I got for Christmas. Okay, so when I come back, we gonna talk about the things that I got for Christmas, including this hoodie that I'm rocking. So yeah, I'll see you guys momentarily. Okay, so as you guys seen, I went to Five Below, and usually when I go to Five Below, I'm always in a rush. I never truly get to browse the store how I want to. I'm either going after work and I'm trying to get home because I've spent a long day outdoors and at work, or I'm usually going on the weekend right before I have to be somewhere, or I've already done tons of things before I went to Five Below, so I'm pretty much tapped out for the day. So I just went to Five Below. I had a significant amount of time to like browse the store and just see if there was anything that I wanted. I didn't go in there for anything specific, but I did want like some crafting supplies, if you will, or some little knickknacks to just go with the things that I'm working on. So I went in there with several things in mind. So I wanted like some stickers and I wanted some sticky notes because I've created, this isn't bookish, but I've created my own planning system. This is a A6 planning system that I've created, and I after putting everything together, I now want some stickers just so that I can decorate my monthly spreads or just make it cute. For me, I'm a plain girl, so it doesn't have to be like full of things. I really love a plain classic look, but I do want some stickers just to give some of the pages some character. So I've been working on this for about a week now, like adding all of my inserts and adding all of my calendars and my notebooks and stuff like that. I got you know, the safety pins to hold in little notes and stickers that I have. And so I wanted to buy some more stickers just to add character and sticky notes. I am a sticky note girl. So the first thing that I picked up, well, probably not the first thing that I picked up, but the first thing I took out this bag to show you guys is these cute shaped sticky notes. They are shaped like flowers, and I am a floral girl. Specifically, sunflowers is my fave, but I absolutely love anything floral. So I thought these were super cute. These were only $3. It is, how many is in here? It's 4 packs. And how many is it? It doesn't say. Oh, 16. So each pack is 16. So I am a sticky note girl. I love to write things on sticky notes, especially for my planners, because a lot of the things that I need to put in my planner does not need to be written on the calendar or on my weekly spread, but needs to be added as a reminder. So I thought these would be super cute in there to go there. So I picked those up. In addition to that, I wanted stickers, like I said. Now, my favorite color is yellow. I love sunflowers. I love anything pertaining to yellow. I also love bumblebees, obviously, because the yellow. So I thought this little sticker pack was cute. Bumblebee, some say be strong, some says be nice, be brave, be body beautiful, be yourself, and happy. So I thought these were just super cute. What they say, don't worry, be happy, be sweet, I believe in you, queen, be natural, let it be proud to be yourself. So I thought these were just super cute that I could just add in my my little journal ecosystem thing I got going on. So I picked those up. Then I realized I like to use tabs, not only to tab the books that I read, but just to tab other things as well. Like maybe Like at work, I have a binder that I create, which is policies and procedures and how-tos and examples and stuff like that. And so I bought this tabbing kit. It's a book annotation set, so it does come with like more stickers. Oh no, that's a magnet bookmark. That is cute. Look at that bookmark. It comes with a pen, a highlighter, a magnetic bookmark, and sticky notes. And the sticky notes has a ruler, which is perfect actually, because I be using, when I'm annotating my books, I be using my bookmark as the ruler, because I'm that girl that either I do squiggly lines under a sentence or I want a straight line under a sentence. I'm not freeballing no straight lines, so I use my bookmark. But this is perfect. This was only $3. I think this will make the perfect gift if you just want to give somebody something that's bookish. I think that's cute. And then I think, yeah, that's, no, I bought something else. I bought this little chain. I thought it was cute. And what I like about it is that you can like take some of this stuff off and break it up into pieces. So it is a gold chain, and like this one has the links, and then this part has a bow and some cherries. So I'm actually gonna take this part off and use it in my journal. Or what is that? That's not a journal. My planner. So I'm actually gonna put that in there right now because I've been thirsty to just get my planner done exactly how I want it. So let me see how this will look in here. Do I want it on the inside? On the inside is cute, or do I want it on the end so it can hang? One thing about it is I love when people decorate their Kindle with charms and stuff, but because I take my Kindle everywhere, I don't want anything hanging. Oh, that's cute. Look, I don't really be wanting anything hanging. I guess I can like stick it in, but look how cute that is. I thought that was super cute. So yeah, I bought that. And then the other part, I just use it for something else because yeah. What else did I get? I think that's it to show you guys, because I did buy a birthday card. But other than that, that's it. So now I'm going to show you guys some of the things that I got for Christmas. So first things first is this hoodie that I have on, and my mother-in-law actually gifted me this hoodie, and it has my book club logo, my Fable book club logo on there, and then it says Booked and Busy with Brandy Book Club. If you guys follow me over on Bookstagram, then this is pinned on my Bookstagram feed because it's for my book club. So I thought this was so cute. And you guys, when I opened it up, I was like, oh my god, this is so cute. I've been wanting a hoodie this color, and then it didn't really click where she got this idea from until I had put it on, and I was like, oh my god. She went straight to my Bookstagram page for the inspo. So I thought that was super thoughtful, super cute, super sweet. And so I posted this on my Bookstagram stories, and like all the girlies from my in-person book club was like, hold on now, we want one. And so because my mother-in-law made this herself on her Cricut machine, we won't be able to get a whole 16 of these because that's too much labor for my mother-in-law to do. But we are in the process of getting some merch for the girls. I'm actually working on finalizing that now. We've already finalized our logo on our merch. We're just playing with a few color options, and yeah, so we'll be getting book club t-shirts very, very soon, so I'm excited about that. So yeah, that's one of my gifts. So this is not everything that I got for Christmas. This is just some of the bookish things that I got for Christmas, or the cozy things that I got for Christmas. So speaking of cozy, my feet is always cold. My feet are always freezing. Okay, always. So I mean freezing. I am the one that sleep with socks on. Just to give you that disclaimer. So my husband, he bought me these electric sock warmers. They're socks, and then they have these battery packs in them, and you just turn them on and it heats your whole foot down here. Y'all, I am in love. And what I love about this is that you can charge these up. They're not battery operated, so you just charge them up, and this is the power button and stuff like that. So you just charge these up. You can take that off to charge these up. The only thing is, because the cord is attached to the sock, like I gotta look more into it to see if I can even take the cord off for like care instructions on how to wash these. I don't put them on often. I've only worn them twice since Christmas, but they are super perfect. Let's see. Another thing I got is for my book room. I've been seeing these all around, and I just had to have one. Specifically because I have a toddler now, and I absolutely love candles, but he's wild. Okay, he's super wild, so I don't feel comfortable with lighting a candle anymore. So I was gifted a candle warmer, and it's like this dark grayish color, which kind of go with the theme in my reading room. My couch in here is a dark gray, and then my rug that is on my floor is like dark gray, light gray, and yellow. Y'all, I love this so bad. I want another one. I want two of them in here, but this one, I love it so much. I put it up on top of my desk over here because my desk is very high, because it is a bookshelf desk. And so that's where I have all of my candles. I insert a clip here if I remember to show you guys like all of my candles, and this sitting up there. Love it down. What I love the most about this is it has 3 settings. So when you turn it on, it is a light, and then it's burning the candle, and you can do 2 hours, 4 hours, or 8 hours. And y'all, it burns a candle so good. I've been using it, and oh, it's been having my room smell so good. So I'm so excited about that, because I have quite a few candles that I just have not been able to use. One specifically, my son threw one of his little cards inside, and the wax hardened around it. So hopefully when I use that candle warmer for that candle, it will loosen it up so I can get that card out of there that he threw in there while the candle was lit. And that's why I was like, yeah, no more lit candles around here. So yeah. Another thing I got is a Kindle charm, and this one is super cute. It has everything that I love. So it has coffee, sunflowers, a book, a smiley face, the little nameplate. It says book. Does it say lover of books? It says love books. That's the Kindle charm, and then it comes with a little butt plug. I just realized that because I was looking at it today, and I was like, is it broken? But no, it comes with a little butt plug, and it's a coffee cup. So I thought that was super cute. I don't know. I am having the hardest time committing to sticking this stuff on my clear cases, even though clear cases don't even cost nothing at all. I just don't be wanting to stick stuff on my case, but I'm gonna have to get over it because I have to use that. Another thing I got is a wireless microphone. This one is for my cell phone. I've been wanting one of these. I feel like I project my voice very loudly on my videos. But I think it's something about just having this little mic while you're making videos that I just love to see. It's not even about me needing to project my voice. Like right now, I'm filming on my camera. I know how to project my voice well enough for you guys to understand me. I don't think I need a microphone for my phone or my camera. I literally just wanted one of these because the sound on these is so crisp. And then I feel like when I'm recording from my phone, like outdoors and stuff, it'll block all the background noise. So yes, I cannot wait to start using this. I have it on me. It's just I'm not recording from my phone right now. I'm recording from my camera, so I'm not using it. But yes, I love this down. Was happy to get that. And of course I got some books. Now I didn't ask for a lot of books. These books came from Secret Santas, literally. Now when I do Secret Santas, I always add multiple things. So like with my family Secret Santa, I added that candle warmer, I added some personal items, and then I added some bookish items. I do like categories because we use Amazon wishlist. And so and then the other, I got 4 books, and then the other 2 books I got from my Secret Santa with my in-person book club. So I think I showed you guys one of them. But from my family Secret Santa, I got 2 books. The first one I got is Dominion, which I'm very excited about. Everybody was hyping this book up last year. I just didn't get an opportunity to read it. I knew I wanted to own a physical copy so that when I do get the opportunity to read it, I will already have it. But I just didn't get the opportunity to read it. And actually, I was not in the mood to read this. I think because it was so super hyped. So yeah, I'm happy to have that added to my bookshelf. And then I also got Gucci Mane's Episodes, his memoir. It's a follow-up to this one right here, which I absolutely loved. So I was excited to get this one because I loved this one, and I keep it displayed here. That one he did not narrate himself, but he does dual narrate this one, and I can't listen to this on audio. I need to read this one with my eyes. I usually read memoirs via audiobook, but I have to listen to this one with my eyes because Gucci Mane is a rapper. He's not a reader. And then these 2 came from my Secret Santa for my in-person book club. The first one, I think I showed you guys this at the end of the year, and it's These Heathens. This is another book that was super hyped, you know, at the end of the year. Everybody was reading. I wanted to get into it as well. I just wasn't in a mood for it at the time, but I knew I wanted to own it. So I was gifted this. And I was also gifted Loved by You, which I'm very excited about this one. I literally just met up with my book club member to get this one today. She had ordered it, but it wasn't ready in time. So she gifted me both of these. But I'm excited about this one because I just downloaded Kindle Unlimited, and I don't know why. I don't know why I continue to get Kindle Unlimited because I never use it. I only download it when they offer like the first 3 months for 99 cents or something like that. And during that time, I never use it. But I did download this one and the second book. I need to see if the other book that goes with this duology is on KU, because I said this was going to be my next read. Like I said earlier, I'm currently in the middle of 2 books. I'm supposed to be starting my buddy read with my baby girl, which is Blood in the Water, really soon, as soon as I finish up one of those other books. And then I think this is going to be next because I want to go ahead and knock this duology out. Plus there's a 3rd book as well that kind of gives a background story, I think, of the parents for these characters. And then my favorite gift, it's my last gift, and it's my favorite. I think I did a very good job with documenting every book that I read last year in a reading journal. If you have been rocking with me for a while, you know this time last year I tried creating my own journal with a binder and it was just too big. I do not like big journals, big planners, big anything. I need something that I can either sit on my desk because I'm only going to write in it when I'm at home, or something that I can tote around in my purses. If I cannot stick it in a purse or a bag and just tote it around with me like handy, I don't want it. So I got rid of that and I ended up buying 2 cheap Amazon reading journals, and I said if I successfully finish those journals, then we can get a bigger and better journal. So I seen this journal from 2 people. The first person I seen with this journal was Kiona over on Chocolate Covered Pages. I think she had made a video, a gift giving guide for book lovers, and I seen she posted about this journal, and at the time I was just not in a market to buy another journal, but I did mention in her video I need to send that to my husband so he can get it for me. And then last year, I know Kayla from Kayla's Bookish Vibes used this journal for her book tracking on last year, and she absolutely loved it. And so because she was the last person that I seen using it when it was time for me to tell my husband what I wanted for Christmas, I texted her and I was like, girl, send me the link so I can send it to husband. And he got me my always fully booked journal, and I'm so excited about this one. Now this is a always fully booked journal, a book lover's planner, so it literally has every single thing a planner would have, but it's bookish, and so you can use it for both if you want to. Personally, I'm going to use this for anything pertaining to books, so whether it's book content, the books that I'm reading, my book club stuff, everything pertaining to the bookish side of things will go in here, and I absolutely love it because it's like a one-stop shop. Now, the one that I ended up getting was the one that was only available was the undated version. And at first I was kind of weary about it because I'm like, I usually always buy planners that are dated, right? But then as of recently, while I was getting my A6 together, I realized that I had 2 planners from 2025 that I didn't even use because I was using something else. And now I can't use them because they're dated. And now I just have to throw them away because, I mean, I can always repurpose them for other things, but that's going to be a lot of scratching out dates, scratching out years. That's going to be a lot of stuff. And then one of them smack says 2025 on the front. So, you know, once I got this one and I started filling it in, I was like, you know what? I actually like this. I like that it's not dated. So I did go through and like put, let me show you guys a spread that's not written on. So I did go through and she provides the stickers for the months. So I did go through and label each month, but like as far as the weeks, the weekly breakdown, they're not dated. And I like that because you can literally just write in the date at which you're tracking something. So I really like that. I love this journal. I'm going to do a flip through on it, a quick flip through. And if I could remember, I'll post it on the screen while I'm talking, just so that you guys can see everything that is in here because it's a lot. But I feel like if you are one to track your reading, this is perfect. I will put the link in the description box, so if you're interested, you can go ahead and get you one too. Because yeah, it's perfect, and this is literally one of my favorite things. I wanted to show you guys before I started writing more stuff in here because I actually needed to get some planning done today. I need, like I said, I'm easing into the year, so I do need to go ahead and get some planning done. And so like I have this pen pouch here with all of my different color pens. I've been trying to test out what pens I like best. I got these. They're just like regular Paper Mate Ink Joy pens. They're the 1.0M, and I have them in like every color. Because what I've been doing is whatever color the spread is, that's the color ink I'm gonna write. And I had bought some other pens that were suggested to me. These Sharpie S gel pens, but honestly, I'm not a gel pen girl. I'm not a gel pen girl, so I'm gonna use them, but not for the planner. So yeah, I got these pens, and then I also have these. I love the Paper Mate Flare pens, so I have these in every color, and I do write with them. The black ones like a regular ink pen. I really just love how bold they are, but all of my favorite pens are Paper Mate. This one I got in a book box, and I love it so much. So yeah, that's my Five Below haul and everything I got for Christmas. Now I need to I really want to read. I don't know if I'm going to get time to, but that is on my if I can agenda. And then I also need to finish editing the video that needs to go up tomorrow in real time. I actually recorded this video when I batch recorded all of my other videos that are posting in January. I just forgot to edit this one. So I need to go ahead and do that. So this place that we just went to get these pastries is new in our city. It's also a coffee shop. So I've been dying to get here, but I've been having to wait because baby girl been wanting to come, and I can't make my first experience without her. So there's that.